Hi everyone, this is Susie with Creative Cafe, and this is part 2 of my Reflections paper bag album tutorial. Excuse me. And I'm going to show you how to put the covers on, and I have got these covers already on. Got my book completed here. But I am going to show you how to put the spine on, the little rosette spine. And I'll show you how to put the covers on and how to make the little booklet here that goes on the cover. So to make the booklet, what you want is you want a piece of 12 by 6 cardstock. On the 12-inch side, you want to score it at 3, 6, and 9, which is here, 3, 6, and 9. And then on the 6-inch side, you want to score it 1 1/4 inch over. So that is what makes the little pockets there. Now, if you are going to put little indents in your in your booklet, you want to do that actually before you stick those down. It's a lot easier. So and what I would do is, if you have 1/2 inch sticky strip, I'd just place a piece of 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and then 1/4 inch on each end. If you don't have 1/2 inch sticky strip, then I'd just use my 1/4 inch, and I would put 1/4 inch here and on the other side of the score line, so that it gets a good hold. And then all you're going to do, of course, is just take that off, take your sticky strip off, and then kind of run your hand across there. And this is actually how I have my book folded, is just like this little accordion. Anyway, that's your little booklet right there. So that's pretty easy. For the covers, you're going to need 2 chipboard. And if you don't have chipboard, you can actually just use another bag. It really doesn't matter. This is about a medium weight chipboard here, but you can use heavy, light, just whatever you want. You need 2 pieces at 8 3/4 by 4 7/8. And if you're going to tie a ribbon on the front of your cover, you'll want to do that before you attach it to the bag, so that way it gets good and stuck, and it won't, you're going to have to figure out how to get it on there after that. So just be sure and get that on there before you stick it to your bag. Now, I'm just going to use this, since I already have the covers put on. We're just going to pretend that this is actually this bag right here, okay, that attaches to my cover. So what you want to do is, I always run a piece of sticky strip right down along this bag, so that is, or this piece of paper from the binding, so that it just gets a good grip when you go to attach it to the cover. And then what you'll want to do is take and sticky strip your bag. And I'm just going to use ATG, but you want to sticky strip your bag all the way around, and then maybe even run you a piece of sticky strip down the center, just to give it a good hold. And I would go around and catch the edges of the bag. And then also, I usually place sticky strip right here on my ribbon, so that it is just good and stuck also. So then what you want to do, once you've got that done and you've got all your pages in your book, you'll want to just kind of eyeball. Now, you don't want this edge really going any past your crease from your binding there. So if you can just kind of eyeball it, and I'm going to try to look this way, okay, and just kind of get it, get it good. And now you're going to have a little bit of hangover, of course, on the top and a little bit on the edge, but that's because it's just a little bit bigger than your paper bag. So anyway, there is your cover right there. Now, once you've got your front and your back cover on, then what you're ready for is the binding. So on this, as you can see, I mean, I don't know if you can see, but I have a little bit of white paper here, and I'm going to show you what this is. I bought this for another project I was doing because I actually wanted it to be have some extra sturdiness to the binding. So I bought this hinge tissue. I think I got it at overstock.com. And anyway, it's just a really thin tissue paper. Anyway, it just added a little extra strength to that binding, so that's what I used right there. Now, to put on my rosettes, find my ruler here, what I did, and depending on how big your book is, you'll want to just measure. Now, my binding is 1 1/4 inches. So what I have done is I have took a piece of canvas and I have cut it down to 1 1/4 inches, and then 8 3/4, the same size as my covers that I made on my chipboard. That's what this is. It's 8 3/4 by 1 1/4 inches. And then I hot glued the rosettes on the canvas. So once I've got that done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hot glue this on my binding just like that. That's how I'm going to do that. And I'm actually, well, I guess I can do it. I hate to do too much on camera when it comes to the hot glue, because sometimes I make a terrible mess. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start with a little bit of hot glue here. Okay, and I'm going to place it on my binding. And I just start with a little bit of hot glue. I don't try to do the whole binding because a lot of times you're just going to make a mistake. So just do it little at a time. So there, see, just a little bit on there, and just get it good and stuck on there. Okay, then grab the hot glue gun and just grab a little bit more hot glue on there. Okay, and then while it's hot, you can kind of move it around and place it where you want to. I mean, you can kind of see where your 1/4 inch is at, because you don't really want it to go over. It should be just pretty well even with your binding, so on your book. Okay, and then I'm going to grab a little more, and I'm going to get off camera to do that. Get over here by my glue gun. Okay, and what I've done is just added a little more, and I'm just going to place it there. Anyway, I'm going to do that all the way down till I get to the very end of my rosette here. Anyway, and that's going to make my binding. Then what I will also do is I will probably either trim this or I will go ahead and stick it down. I'm not sure what I'll do with that yet, but that's how I will do the little netting on the rosettes there. I may just bring it on over, or I may trim it off. It just depends on what I, after I look at it, what I decide. But anyway, that's exactly how to put together this binding and this little book. So anyway, thanks so much for watching.